Hello, welcome back to the Ironman. So we left off episode 25 by getting a Avian Sea task for Slayer, and we're starting episode 26 with me going and doing the Avian Sea task. It's actually been a couple of days since then. I've just been skilling and doing dailies and working on stuff like that. But I'm ready to get back into some combat now, into some Slayer, some really light PVM, and let's kill some more Kree. I'm quite dry on an Armadill piece, so hopefully that changes this instance. Oh my goodness, that's the one. That's the one we wanted, and just got an ACP, and that is the biggest possible upgrade we could have gotten. I'm also glad it's the ACP, because I at least have this Barrow's skirt, so, upgrading from Black D'Hide to Armadill is a bigger upgrade than Barrow's to Armadill, we'll just say that. Okay, that pretty much makes this trip. Okay, this is interesting. Just got my first Rune Dragons task following finishing off ROTM. I actually might need a little bit of help with this task. The main thing I'm thinking of is I'm not sure if my accuracy is going to be good enough with just the bow, but one thing I could consider doing, if the accuracy isn't great, is going and making some Dragonbane arrows. Okay, it's time for an Archaeology check-in. I've actually been working on Archaeology the past couple of days. I'm about to get a pretty important level here, but right now I'm at level 75. I put in a lot of time and not necessarily leveled up a whole lot because I'm trying to catch up on all these old collections that I hadn't finished off yet from earlier levels. But my research team just finished with a 24-hour dig at Stormguard Citadel. The reason I sent them on one is because I need more dig time logged for my my next qualification in the Archaeology Guild. I'm going to get a whole lot of resources for that, and I'm also going to get enough Archaeology XP to hit 76. Which unlocks Warforge. So this is the second to last Archaeology dig site, I believe. The Anachronia one being the final one. But yeah, we now have a whole nother dig site unlocked. Okay, it's that part of the show where now we have to start working on our quest chain that I want to get completed for this episode. This is something I mentioned briefly in the last episode, but I do want to get Children of Ma done. There's a couple of benefits for doing this. First of all, Nightmare Creatures Slayer task. Awesome Slayer task, gonna give us a huge range upgrade with the gauntlets that they drop. And then also you get the Shard of Ma for completing this quest, which is just gonna make all of our future God Wars Dungeon 2 endeavors a lot easier and a lot faster. And also you get some pretty sweet XP. But of course, as always, I do have a quest chain I need to complete. Looks like there's 3 quests I need to do first before I can even start Children of Ma. Okay, time for the first quest. This is Dishonor Among Thieves. I've only done this quest once before. I remember it being an extremely painful experience, but hopefully my memory is worse than it actually was. Okay, there's Dishonor Among Thieves done. The stealth section wasn't as annoying as I remembered it being, but it was still a very long quest. Jeez, dude. Lots of lore to go over, though, so it makes sense. Okay, pretty quick and easy quest. Just in meeting history. Just another one that I needed. So the last quest I have to do before Children of Ma is Light Within, and unlike the last couple of quests I have done, there's actually quite a bit of prep for this quest, and one thing I'm realizing is I actually have to boost my crafting level quite a bit. I'm going to have to get lucky in order to do that. So first of all, I have to buy this Grand Defense Potion recipe, and then I actually need a Grand Defense Potion in order to complete this quest, but the only way to get one is to craft a crystal flask. You need 89 crafting for that. I am 83, so I need a +6 boost, which is possible thanks to completing Evil Dave's Big Day Out, but it might take a while. Also, shout out to whoever told me in the last time I used spicy stew. Someone in the comments said, you can just catch hell rats with your hands now. You don't even need a cat to do it. That's kind of funny how you can do this, but I had no idea. Okay, it took a really long time to get the boost, but 21 stews later, we have our crystal flask. Okay, here we go. Starting the Light Within. And isn't there a quest called Within the Light? I think this is just the same quest, but backwards. Okay, I'm still working on the Light Within, but we had a tree about to spawn, so I had to go do that, of course. Nothing all that special from our regular bags, and from our special, we get... Oh, that's a decent amount of bad criminal bolts. I'll take it. Okay, just finishing up the Light Within. And this quest isn't quite the one that we're aiming for, but the rewards from this quest are also pretty sweet. We get, of course, the Saren spells and the Saren prayers. I'm not really sure how many of the Saren spells are useful. I mean, probably just Crystal Mask is the only one I can think of that I'm really going to definitely use. But some of the prayers are going to be great. Light Form and Superheat Form. Yeah, very useful skilling content. Oh, and I forgot to show me collecting all my XP lamps, but we're going to get a pretty important Slayer level here from the 90k Slayer XP we got. That's level 90. So Dark Beasts unlocked. Edemus definitely don't have the Dungeoneering level for that, but one day potentially unlocked. And of course, we get the DG stuff for ports as well. And also, maybe the most exciting of all, we can now start using Lania. Okay, we are starting up the Children of Ma quest. There are a lot of good rewards from this quest, and one that I haven't mentioned earlier, but you can't really overlook it, is it makes Gothixian caches better too. I think you have to have 85 div for Ancient Memories, but that should help. Well, I actually failed and died during the Children of Ma quest, but I guess it's a safe death because, well, I respawned in the same area instead of in Lumbridge. So that was a close call. I kind of freaked out for a moment there. Was not expecting the end screen to just pop up like that, but Children of Ma is done. Get a whole bunch of XP, Nightmare Creatures, awesome, and the Shard of Ma is going to be really nice for getting KC and God Wars 2. And the XP reward after the quest was 300k XP. I'm putting all of that in smithing because it's a slow skill and because it's still way behind mining because I wasn't doing burial armor to start with. But yeah, that gets us a little bit closer to be able to make Elder Rune, which I'm not 90 attack and defense yet, but it'll probably happen in the near future, and I'll want to make some Elder Rune when that happens. Okay, I've had a Reaper task for, I want to say at least 2 weeks now to do some Twin Furies. And you finished off some questing milestones. I have the Shard of Ma now, makes kill count a lot easier to get in God Wars Dungeon 2. Using this as a good excuse for my first Twin Furies experience. Well, I tried to cast my Toonbane Ore spell because I'm trying to make some Dragonbane arrows for fighting my Rune Dragon Slayer task, but apparently I was an idiot and forgot to grab the scroll during completing the RTM, so time to go around this nightmarish agility course one more time just to grab it. Okay, there it is, Toonbane Ore unlocked. Okay, I just finished up my third inventory of Dragonbane arrowheads, so I have 1800 times 3 arrows to work with. Okay, so I haven't really gotten that far in the Rune Dragon task. I did an inventory's worth of food and then left, and you might wonder why. The main reason why is because I really need that 6th age ring to be able to teleport to the World Gate. What I have been doing is I've just been teleporting to the Eagles Peak Lodestone and running south, but my goodness, it gets really annoying having to do that all the time. And unlocking the 6th age ring and the rest of the World Wakes rewards that I haven't unlocked yet is something I need to do anyway. There are a couple of really big, lore implication quest chains you need to complete. The first of those being the Void Knight quest chain, and then the second one being the Goblin quest chain. So I'm planning on just doing both of those. Yeah, it'll take a while, but ultimately I want to get these done anyway, and I'm in a questing mood. So I've pretty much got to the point where the only wild events I do anymore are Tree and the Infernal Star. But they are probably the 2 best wild events to do, so that's okay. Let's pop this open. Still no tier 87 staff. Hoping for it one day, man. Okay, completed the second needlessly long quest in this quest chain. But now we finally get to the good stuff. Okay, we just finished up, I think, our third Grandmaster quest at this point. Void Stares back, got some XP. Unfortunately, the XP books can only be used in combat skills, but fortunately those can be summoning, so we just hit 81 summoning from the 100k XP I just got. Okay, it's time for a short break from the questing because I have a Kriara Reaper. Of course, right now we're on the hunt for an Armadill chain skirt, gloves, and the helm, and then I'm not going to say no to any pieces of War Priest either, or duplicates, because all of them can be broken down for Armadill components. Oh, we are building up our Armadill set. Just got the chain skirt. Awesome. Oh my gosh, we just got our second Armadill chain skirt in the same instance. Guess we have a dupe for now, and I think you can disassemble this for 5 components, can't you? So maybe I'll do that in the future if we find a need for some precise 5. Okay, I wasn't sure how this worked, so I had to look it up, but basically, if we want 5 components from this chain skirt, we actually have to augment it, get it up to at least level 9, and then disassemble it. If I disassemble it right now, which I was considering doing, it's only 1 component, so totally not worth it. So I'm going to save this for a future date. Okay, I just got a nice surprise here in Port Sarim. The pirate event just concluded. Normally, Ironman don't actually get anything for events that pertain to microtransactions in any way. We typically just get more oddments, but I actually got some linear, so I'll take it. I mean, nothing here is all that insane. I'm probably most excited about the 500 mahogany planks, but yeah, I just got a bunch of resources, basically just from playing the game. Okay, I'm getting into the goblin quests at long last. Here's the first one, Death to the Dorgashun done, and I don't just need to complete it for World Wakes reward. It's also nice because I can get into Dorgesh Khan now, and that's always useful for like finding penguins, and I think there's a few other things you can do here in the city. Okay, I think this is another slice of HCIM, another slice of ham, very punny quest. Yeah, this one's done. Now I get to do Land of the Goblins. Okay, quest complete, Land of the Goblins. One more to go, just Chosen Commander, and then I think we're done with Goblin stuff for a while. Okay, sweet, there we are, Chosen Commander done. We're basically done with Goblin quests now, other than that one quest that you can do to unlock the God Wars Dungeon Teleport. I don't think I need to do that one for anything, so these are all the quests I need to unlock the Six-Age Circuit, except for the Firemaker's Curse. So one last piece of the puzzle. So I don't know when this happened, but a huge quality of life update was applied to the Firemaker's Curse quest, because you can now just walk through the fires, so you don't have to like think about which fires need to go first, which need to go last, so you can actually find a path through them. Makes quest a lot easier, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, it's time for my fight with Char. I'm probably not going to die, I don't think, but I do remember dying in this quest during this fight on my main account, pre-evolution of combat. I'm not sure how much the damage scales or anything, but I'm keeping my recording window open in case we lose our first hardcore life here. Okay, turns out wasn't that hard. Okay, and with that, we get a decent amount of fire-making XP, decent amount of HP, and of course we can now do the fire-making event in the circus weekly. Okay, I was worried at first. I clicked claim rewards and I didn't get my ring, but now we get that. Six-Age Circuit. So this is a sweet teleport both to Guthix's Shrine, which is where I'm at right now, the Guthixian Temple, which is Tormented Demons, and now that I've talked to this High Druid dude, I can teleport to the World Gate too, which is exactly what I wanted it for. Okay, so this is great. Since I don't have a pack yak and I did really want to bank these dragon bones that you get for killing the rune dragons, I can now just teleport to the World Gates. And thanks to the War's Retreat teleport just always being an active option in the spellbook, I can bank and come back in like a few seconds. And I also don't have to worry about gearing up for a whole trip in one go either because, I can always get more supplies. Oh, what? We actually got a drop during the Rune Dragon's task? Steadfast scale. Cool. I just need one more of those and a pair of Steadfast boots as well, yeah. Because I don't have those yet either. Okay, since getting 90 Slayer, we can now start receiving tasks from Lania Kia. And my first task from her is going to be Mithril Dragons, and I guess I'll take that because that's a nice and fast one. Oh crap, since I'm an idiot, I completely forgot, but I meant to unlock Nightmare Creatures. It's okay because Mithril Dragons aren't going to take very long, but I am going to quickly toggle this, so in the future, I will be able to get Nightmare Creatures. We really want a pair of Nightmare Gauntlets, so I am hoping to get one of those soon. Also, I was just taking a look at the wiki page because I was wondering if there's anything unique about the Slayer Master, and apparently she assigns cluster tasks where she'll just assign like dragons, for example, and you can kill any kind of dragon. Same with demons or dinosaurs, so you're not like as limited as having to kill greater demons or black demons, like you can choose which one you want to do. So I think that's pretty great. I imagine there's implications where you can probably use your Slayer Helm during a boss task where you normally otherwise wouldn't be, so I'll have to look into that, see if there's any bosses that are classified as dragons or demons that you wouldn't normally think of. Okay, and we're going to finish up this video by getting a smithing level, and the reason why is because smithing, I think I've said this a couple of times already, but this is kind of my next goal. I do want to get 90. I just hit 87, so 3 levels to go, and I have about 1,000 Bane bars left, so I'm close to having enough Bane to get me to 90 smithing, but I will have to do probably a couple more hours of mining to get there. But my goal for the next episode is to get myself a full set of Elder Rune. So I will need to get 90 attack and 90 defense, and then 90 smithing to be able to make that. So I have done a couple trips to God Wars Dungeon 2, just killing the Twin Furies in my Bane armor, and it's close to good enough, but it's not quite good enough to really make God Wars Dungeon 2 like chill. You still do take a lot of damage. The accuracy still isn't amazing. So I think having that slight upgrade with Elder Rune armor is just going to help make God Wars Dungeon 2 that much easier. To a level where camping to try to get a Dragon Rider Lance or camping Hellweir to try to get the Wand and Orb is actually going to be a lot more feasible, I think. So I guess in the next episode, you can definitely expect to see me hitting 90 smithing, hopefully. hopefully I can knock that out before too long. And then, yeah, I want to continue doing some God Wars Dungeon 2, just because I haven't done a whole lot of that yet. And I was thinking about it, and our Armadill set is pretty much done. We don't have the gloves, but I'm going to wear the Nightmare Gauntlets anyway. And we don't have the helm, but I'm going to want to, use my Slayer helm a lot of the time I'm ranging anyway. So I think we're pretty much done with Kriara, other than I will still go there on Aviancy tasks. But anyway, that's it. Kind of just laying out the plans for the next episode. Sorry for the long outro, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. So until then, goodbye.